steaming up. Love it, so good. Why did I stop making this? It's so freaking good. Oh god. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly and today I'm going to show you a few of my favorite ways to prep tofu. We have 4 blocks of tofu getting ready to go, so let's get right into it. To start, we are going to press all 4 blocks of tofu using our wonderfully high-tech method. Now these are extra firm blocks, so they're not really that full of liquid to begin with, but it's always good to press your tofu because that way all of the water gets out and it has room to absorb the new flavors and liquids that you're going to marinate them in. The first one we are going to be making is soy saucy, rice vinegary. It's a combination of a couple of recipes of marinades that I have made in the past. Very good marinade for Asian style dishes is what I would explain it as, but let's get into the marinade now. There are 2 methods to doing this. One, you can slice your tofu, fry it, set it aside, and then just throw it in with the marinade sauce. That's what I normally do, but I've decided to try and just marinate this block and then fry it after once it's been marinated and see how the flavors come out. Crushed red pepper flakes, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Let's add our tofu. So I like to cover them each side. Alrighty, our tofu number 1 is finished. Now let's move on to the second one. We are going to do a coconut curry tofu. I forgot to mention I am going to be putting my marinated tofus in the fridge. I like to do overnight. You could do half an hour, 4 to 6 hours, kind of depends. I can really taste tofu flavor in like everything, so I just say the longer you marinate it and the smaller the pieces to absorb the marinades, the better flavor you'll get. Okay, a little bit about this recipe. I was obsessed for like a year or 2 years straight, not lying, like obsessed with this recipe. And it has been so many months since I've made it again, which is kind of funny how I went from being obsessed to literally just not making it ever again. It's one of my favorite recipes because there is only 3 ingredients, super fast, super easy. You just put it all in a bowl, throw it all in a bag, you throw it all in there. You can just put it in the fridge for a couple days, you can put it in the freezer, like it's just literally, and then you just pop it in the oven, go. It is the easiest. This is the easiest tofu marinade recipe, and it always tastes amazing. Today I'm going to be using this Kosa brand coconut milk. I'm going to take this coconut milk and dump it out so that I can make sure there's no clumps and it's all mixed together as one and not separate cream and water. Everything is going into a reusable freezer bag, and we'll start with our coconut milk. The recipe calls for half a cup, but I usually do half of the can. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. If you are gluten-free or celiac, make sure you are buying the gluten-free soy sauce. Last but not least, I need 2 teaspoons of curry powder, so I like using this one. I'm using a half teaspoon because it's way easier to fit in the... Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is just try to mix it around in here. Perfect, let's toss our tofu in. Alright, we are looking perfect, so I'm gonna just flatten it down and then, or fold it up maybe, and pop it in the fridge. That one's done. So for our next tofu block, it's a little bit different because it has a glaze that goes with it, but you make it right before, like when the tofu is done cooking, then you put the glaze on top of it and cook it some more. So what I'm gonna do is just do the marinade part first, and then I'll show you guys afterwards when I cook it how it actually, probably tomorrow or something, how it ends up being after. It is called brown sugar and mustard glazed tofu. Oh, love it, so good. You're supposed to score it. Let's do that. Hopefully not destroy our block. This is what you want it to look like. I probably want a little ham, but so that way the marinade can go all the way to the bottom. Yeah, it looks fancy. Once again, I'm using a freezer bag, however I ran out of my other ones, so I'm just using one of these that I'll probably reuse again. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Half a teaspoon of liquid smoke. I really like this brand. And the recipe does say whole cloves, but you can substitute ground, so I have ground. We're gonna do 1/8 of a teaspoon. Give it a little mixy mix. Throw our scored tofu into the bag, so that we're all up in there. I'll leave it like this, and then in a few hours or before bed, whatever I decide, I'll flip it over. While those are in the fridge, we are on to our last, 4th and final tofu prep. Now this one is breaded tofu steaks. So as you can imagine, we are just doing the marinade part again. The thing with these is she doesn't say to let it marinate and then cook them. So I'm kind of mixing it up, and I'm going to marinate in this mixture that she says. And then when I decide to cook these tofu steaks, then I will do the final part, which is just like breading them and cooking them. So let's do that marinade part now. And I haven't done this one actually before, so I just have really high hopes for it. Because these ones are steaks, we are required to slice them. So I'm gonna do in half this way, and then we'll do in half again this way. We have our minced garlic, so we're going to throw in all of our garlic into the bulk tomato paste. Dijon. We're just gonna say that's a tablespoon. Maple syrup, soy sauce, water, and pepper. Oh my god, that's so thick. Ooh, this smells so good, y'all. Coat our little tofu steakies in this marinade. And then I'm going to try to scoop some extras on top. You know what I'm thinking I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stab some holes, some slits into our little steaks here. Try and maximize the absorption. Alright, we'll lid it, put it in the fridge. Like I said, I'm gonna let all of those marinate at least overnight. So tomorrow, maybe 2 days, I might throw some in the freezer. We'll see. So for now, they're marinating. We will be checking back in when we cook these tofus. I can't wait to try all these. I mean, I already know 3 out of 4 are delicious. And we are back. I have one of the tofus. It's the Asian stir fry kind of tofu. And what I did is I just cut it up. I cubed it up, and you can see the sauce got nice and thick and it's coated. The tofu, so I'm gonna throw it in here. I just have some onions and mushrooms. Alright, I just added our cooked rice noodles in, and I'm just going to mix them about so that they can get nice and saucy. Here are our finished bowls. I put some cauliflower on the side. It's pretty ugly, but like I'm sure it's gonna taste delicious. Okay. Wow. Normally if you fry the tofu first and make the sauce and put it on the sauce like once the tofu is done cooking, it's very liquidy. So the fact that it was like so coagulated and thick kind of threw it off. So what I did was I just put some more soy sauce and some more water in the pan and a little bit more rice vinegar, a little bit more red chili pepper flakes, and just kind of like made sure there was like more of a sauciness going on before I put the noodles in, because we want the noodles to get coated in some sauce. So yeah, that worked really well actually. So if you do something like this, I would just make sure if it's not as saucy, maybe make an extra batch of the sauce for the next day, or you can just dump it in before you put the noodles on or whatever. But yeah, so delicious. I'm super excited. All right, y'all, it is a new day, so that means it is time for a new tofu the breaded tofu sticks. Look how good they look. Oh my god. So we're going to be using our gluten-free breadcrumbs here. Breading's staying on so well, actually, y'all. Alright, here they are. I just put it with some rice and some veg. Looks so freaking good, smells so good.
Awesome, anyway.
Dip it in some Stubbs BBQ sauce. Mmm. Okay. Mmm. The breading's really good. Let's try it without. Mmm. Okay, the tofu actually absorbed a lot of the flavor. I'm super happy with this. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. This is so delicious. Okay. Anyways, that's it for this meal, or this tofu recipe. We'll see you with the next one. Alright guys, we're back. Another day, another tofu. So here is our tofu. Look at how saturated and lovely. Oh my god, this is going to be so effing good. I think it broke, but that's fine. It was in the freezer for a couple days, and so now we're going to cook it up. This is going to be roasted for about an hour in the oven, so we're gonna throw it in there, and then I'm gonna prep the rest of the ingredients. Ooh, it smells so good. Brown sugar, vegan butter, water, Dijon, cinnamon. I forgot to show y'all putting in the garlic, but I put garlic clove, minced garlic in here. Here is our glaze all finished. Oh, it looks so good and it smells so freaking good, you guys. Oh my god. So it's pretty browned on the top, and on the other side it's browned like that as well. Okay, we're going to pour our glaze. And try and make sure it gets in all of the cracks. This is going to be so good. It smells so good, you guys. Okay, let's put it back in the oven now for 10 minutes. Oh my god, it looks incredible. I think I'm gonna scoop up some of the juices and just toss it on top. Let's taste test. Oh my god, that is so good. So good. Oh my god, I don't even know. It's like sweet, salty. I have no other words. That's it for this tofu. I'm going to enjoy this now, and I will see you next time when we do the fourth and final tofu. It is a new day, and that means it's another tofu dish. So I filmed this part, the actual making of the tofu, last night. So I made the tofu curry and it was so good. I was like, oh my god, why did I stop making this? It's so freaking good. It's very salty and like curry. It does not taste like coconut at all. Here is partially way through. I've just chopped it up into smaller pieces and mixed it around, so it's pretty juicy still. But now that most of the liquids are gone, I'm just gonna cover it back up again and put it back in the oven. Y'all, okay, the flash is on, so it looks absolutely horrible. But this is finished, looking crispy and delicious. And a little bit not crispy at the same time, if that makes sense. Okay, here's without the flash. Oh, steaming up. Oh my god. All right, I forgot yesterday to show the entire meal. So this is what we have today. Sweet potato, some steamed carrots, rice, and our tofu. Looking so good. As you can see the inside, what it looks like. Oh, there, now we can see it a little bit. Yeah, delicious. Highly recommend. All 4 of these tofus are excellent. Highly recommend making them, trying them. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried these, if you like them. I believe 3 out of 4 of these recipes are all from the same person. It doesn't taste like chicken. Love her recipes. Excellent page to follow. Obviously I do like I altered the recipes a little bit, but that's fine. I think that's what's great about recipes, is that you can do that. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. That was 4 ways to make tofu. Love them all. There's plenty more ways, but that's it for the video today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!